No, and welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And this weekend, Manchester United do have to face Fulham at Craven Cottage, and I believe it's the first game of the weekend. It's a midday game, 12:30 kickoff, I believe. So yeah, we got that to look forward to. So the team I've gone for is kind of a bit different from last week against Leicester. So we've got Martial, Lukaku, Rashford, Pogba, Herrera, Matic, and then Luke Shaw. And then I reckon Solskjaer will rotate the team. So obviously it will be Jones, Smalling and Dalot, and then obviously De Gea in net. Because obviously we've got PSG after this, so I reckon he will save a couple of players. I don't think, maybe Matic and Herrera might get dropped as well, and maybe Sanchez will start this game as well instead of Martial. So let's get into it. Let's play match, and let's talk about last week's result against Leicester, where we did nick a 1-0 victory. And yeah, what much to say about that? There's not much to say about it. Like the first 20 minutes, United were dominant, and then pretty much for the rest of the game, it was like for the rest of the first half, it was pretty. A midfield battle, and then second half we didn't even show up, to be honest. We just let Leicester have the ball, and yeah. So yeah, let's talk about the first half. So obviously the first 5-10 minutes, United were all over Leicester. Leicester started pretty well, and then United did get into gear. Where we did have a chance through Rashford. It was a Luke Shaw cross, and Rashford just headed it over the bar. He should have scored with that though. And oh my God, what a volley from Herrera! What a goal! Yeah, he should have put that away, but that was unfortunate. But that was a great, good chance to go in the lead. But yeah. So then literally like 5-10 seconds, probably 5 minutes later, we got another chance, which was the goal. Ricardo, I believe, passed the ball to Pogba, and then Pogba just takes 2 touches, and just like that, we're 1-1. He takes 2 touches and puts a really good ball on to Rashford with another great touch. And Rashford scores, and so then that was 1-0, and I was like, oh my God, this could be a 2 or 3-0 game here. They're passing it to us, they keep giving the ball away, and that was pretty much the whole of the first half really, where they just gave the ball away quite a lot to us, and then we just didn't, put our chances away in the end. And on the volley again, Martial this time. What a game! First 10 minutes. Yeah, so 1-0 going into half time. We pretty much, like I said, had that first 30 minutes where we dominated. Kasper Schmeichel made a couple, not good saves, but some of the shots were right at him, and but they were chances, where we could have scored. Leicester also had a chance as well. They were very dangerous on the counter attack, and they did get a corner where Harry Maguire had a chance, just headed over, but I believe Bailly just put him off somehow. I'm not too sure how, but he just put him off, and that was a chance for them. And then after that, it was pretty much it for the first half. Second half, like I said, we didn't really come out really. We were quite lucky to not get a draw. Well, we were quite unlucky not to get a draw. Well, Leicester were quite unlucky not to get a draw. With the chances they had, especially a Vardy overhead kick from a deflected free kick, which I thought was so unlucky. De Gea did save it, but it got cleared. He had to clear it off the line, so that was unlucky. But yeah, like I said, I thought we could have, come on second half, and we could have got the goal. How have I not scored there? How have I not scored? Jesus, yeah. How they scored, I do not know, but we definitely got lucky there to get the victory as well, which was really good. And we put pressure on, obviously, Man City. Well, obviously Chelsea and Arsenal. Chelsea did win their game, but Arsenal yeah, Arsenal lost their game against Man City, so obviously we are now sitting 5th with 48 points. Chelsea with 50 points. So this weekend, Man City do have Chelsea, so we could, if we win this game against Fulham, we could win the game 5-0. Well, we could win the game and go 5th. Sorry, not win 5-0. I don't know what I'm on about. Yeah, so that was pretty much. That's what's pretty much on the table for this weekend. But back to the Leicester game, like I said, it was 1-0 victory. That's all you can take from it. They had chances, but you know, we should have put them chances away. And to be honest, we could have said the same about Leicester. So, what else has gone on this week? Leicester, yes, Manchester United also have offered Phil Jones a new contract, which is today. So I don't get that. I really don't get that. You know, Phil Jones, Calamity Jones, I'd like to call him. Yeah, he got given a new contract today. I was like, really? Woke up to that. I was like, how? You know, first Chris Smalling, you know, a couple months ago, and then now Phil Jones. It doesn't make sense. So obviously, also Solskjaer said this morning that he wants to. He's also like made a vision. He's given a vision of Manchester United to Ed Woodward, which, you know, maybe has put his layer. You know, he might have put his name down for the Man United job, but you know, it's still a bit early. We have to wait and see after these next couple games, because obviously after the Fulham game, we do have PSG, and then we do have a small break, so there won't be a match day live next week, as we do have Chelsea in the FA Cup on the Monday night. So that's going to be, yeah, that's going to be a tough game. And then we will return with a match day live against Liverpool, and I think that is at Old Trafford, I believe. So, you know, that is a very big game, especially in the title race and for 4th. So we definitely need to win that game against Liverpool, but whether we do that or not is another question. All right, so we're winning 2-1 at half-time. Yeah, so talking of Fulham, obviously Fulham currently 19th, I believe. They haven't won in their last couple games, but they have drew most of their couple games. They, you know, they've come back and scored a couple goals. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do score at Craven Cottage. But we did beat them. Did we beat them 4-1? Yeah, because we beat them, because that's the game I went to, I believe. We beat them 4-1 in December at Old Trafford, if I'm not too mistaken. If we can do that again, that would be great. But I don't think it'll be like that. I think it'll be different, obviously. It's at Craven Cottage, and they are quite good at home, so it's going to be an interesting one. But I can't see Man United losing against Fulham. I'll be very surprised if we did. But, you know, if Burnley can get a draw against us, you know, at Old Trafford, you know, anything can happen. But I just think we'll be too strong for Fulham, I think. And in the end, I reckon we'll get there. Maybe a couple goals, but, you know, depends who starts as well, because he might rotate Solskjaer. Because, like I said, we got PSG on Tuesday. So I'll be very interested. It'll be very interesting to see if, you know, if Martial and Rashford get dropped to the bench, and, you know, Lukaku and Sanchez starts, and obviously Delo at right back, and maybe we might see Darmian at left back, and you might see McTominay in midfield instead of Herrera. So there we go, 3-1. Nice finish from Pogba. So yeah, I reckon that probably will be the team. I reckon it will be obviously De Gea in there, and then maybe see Jones and Smalling back into the side, where with Shaw maybe, or we might see Darmian, or I reckon we will see Shaw. I reckon he'll play, and I reckon he'll play Delo at right back. In midfield, he might bring in Fred. We just don't know. If he drops Pogba, I really very doubt he'll drop Pogba. I reckon he might play. I think it's Lindelof and Pogba have been the main two, you know, players who've always been in the side. So I'll be very surprised if Lindelof gets dropped as well. But you never know. Also, obviously, we've got could play Pereira in midfield, but I think I think after the Burnley game, Pereira, he needs a game out. I think he needs to go out on loan, Pereira. I know he's like our backup, like centre mid, you know, like a midfielder, but I don't know where his position is really, because you know he played on the wing again, played on the wing for Valencia, and then he obviously returned back to us, and you know he'd been playing midfield, a deep midfield role with Mourinho, but then. Like I don't think he's like a centre mid. I still think he's like a number 10 or something like that. But you know, right. So yeah, he might bring in Pereira. I doubt it. He might even bring in McTominay for Herrera. You know, arrest Herrera and play. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Mata as well. You know, Mata, Lukaku, and Sanchez up front, and maybe rest the front three and bring them on maybe. If it's still like 0-0 after half time, so it'll be interesting to see that. But yeah, that midfield three, I reckon Matic will probably play, but the other two, you know, Pogba and Matic, I think they will play. But you know, he might rest Matic. We don't know. That's the only thing you can't really see, which. I could see him resting Matic. You know, he hasn't rested Matic for quite a while, but who plays there? That is another question. We could put Herrera there, but we just need another like a defensive midfielder, which he might play Pogba. Not Pogba, McTominay with him. He might play McTominay, Herrera, and then obviously Pogba as the like number 10 role, which he's been playing for the last couple of games. Or we might see the diamond. We might see the diamond against like Arsenal or Spurs against Fulham. You never know. Or we might see like a system like we might see us. You know, might see the system we're going to play against PSG this weekend. So you don't know. You do not know. So we're getting up to that time where you know I need to predict a score. I reckon United will get a couple goals because obviously we did beat them 4-1 at Old Trafford and. Fulham, like I said, they have been a good side for the last couple of games. You know, they've come back and drew a couple of games, but I can't see Man United losing, and I can't see Man United drawing either. So I reckon it will be. I reckon it will be 2 or 3-0. I'm gonna go for my score prediction. I'll probably go for 2-0, 3-0 at the most. But you know, I'll be very doubtful that we lose this game. But I said that before against Burnley. You know, Burnley, come to Old Trafford and pretty much like dominated us until the last 10 minutes. So I'll just hope for a victory. You know, hope for a victory. Put pressure out on Chelsea and obviously Arsenal to win them games and yeah, just do that. So that's that, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go for my score prediction. I'm gonna go 2-0. Reckon he will play Lukaku and Sanchez, and I reckon maybe Sanchez and Lukaku will be the goal scorers. So, or Pogba, you never know. So let's end it here. Let's advance. Yeah, so I'm actually going to end it here, guys. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, I'm going. Bye. I know, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Hit me up on Twitch and Twitter, and don't forget to watch the playlist down below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.